Hi, I'm back for our first video. Okay, wow, it's noon, and I had this huge blog thing today where my blog was blowing up, and like I meant to do this video at 10 o'clock. Have you had that happen? Yeah, so I hope it doesn't show like in the furrow of my brow because it was like an hour at least on a hold with my host, which is Bluehost, and they're awesome customer service, by the way. They're actually going to call me back when they figure out my problem. So I'm going to expect a call from them soon. And I just wanted to say that because that's what's happening with me today. And we're going to start this video, and we're going to talk about opening up Lightroom for the first time. I'm going to do a couple of these starter videos. And this one's going to be just getting your photos in your catalog and how you should manage that. And then I'm going to also talk about, in another video, I'm going to go into the develop module where we actually change and edit our pictures. I'm going to tell you what every tool is. That might be a little bit longer video. We're going to talk about exporting pictures. That's what Lightroom calls saving. So we don't save our photos in Lightroom, we export them. And I'll talk about that in another video. And then we'll go through all the modules. So I don't know exactly what they'll be in a row, but it doesn't matter which you watch, in what order, okay? It's just learning the basics in a quick way. So I do want to make these pretty quick because I know that you've been, managing your pictures for a long time in different kinds of programs online and stuff like that. So you're not dumb. And I'm just going to try and get you the blogger way to do it and not be too about pro photographer way about doing it. So that's why we're here, and we're going to tell you what you need to do. So one of the biggest hurdles of Lightroom is figuring out this whole catalog thing and where our pictures are, where they reside, how to get to them, how to save them, how to import them, whatever. And so Lightroom uses a catalog, and I like to not let Lightroom control where my photos go, because if you're like me, you've been a blogger and have already been keeping a good organization in your hard drive, and because you have to go find your photos and you have to know where you saved them, what you did with them, how to find them, and so you've already got that organization going in your hard drive. You don't want Lightroom screwing with it and putting it somewhere else, or not being able to understand exactly what they're doing. So what I like to do is import into my catalog kind of like a folder tree. Exactly, it looks almost exactly like my hard drive. And so I'll show you how to do that so that will be very intuitive, and you'll be able to find your photos in Lightroom just like you would in your hard drive. Okay, so I think we can get started and show you how to open up for the first time and get your photos in your catalog that already are in your computer. And then we'll probably also show you how to import a couple different ways so that you don't let Lightroom control. Because I will say this, some people try and plug the little card from their camera right into the computer, or you plug it in by a cord, and what's going to happen is Lightroom's going to pop up and say, oh yeah, let me import all these pictures automatically. Well, you don't really want them to do that. So we're going to actually also, when we open up Lightroom, we're going to find that setting to not let Lightroom pop up when you import your pictures or put your pictures on your computer, because you really want to put those in your hard drive first. Okay, so I'm a talker. Hopefully we won't go too long with this video. Let me share my screen with you, and let's see. Okay, here's Lightroom. This is how it looks when you very first open it up. Okay, there's nothing in none of your pictures are showing over here. So if you see on the left side, this is where your pictures are going to show up. And I like to put them here in this, here's where they should show up, is in this folder list, and it's blank. So before we do anything in here, let's go over to Preferences and find the setting I was telling you about. In the very first pop-up here in the General tab under Import Options. This first little thing is usually checked. Actually, mine's not because I've already had Lightroom on my computer for a while. You need to uncheck Show Import Dialog when a memory card is detected. That's what's going to shut off that auto import thing. And just trust me, you just want to shut that off because you just want to continue to get your pictures in your hard drive like you always have and then import them into Lightroom. Okay, so let's say you've got your pictures into folders and you want to go and find them. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to add a folder. At first, when you first get into Lightroom, you're not just going to add each separate folder. You're going to add kind of like the top folder that you want to have showing in Lightroom because here, let's see, I put these kind of in my desktop so that we could play with them. Let's just say you have a blog folder, in family photos folder, plus like 10 others. But let's just say these are the ones today, because I didn't want to import too many photos today, because then my Lightroom would start like importing too many, and we wouldn't have enough time to do all this. So in your blog folder, maybe you have a photos folder, okay, and then in the folders photo, maybe you have all these different names of posts that you did at a certain time. You can organize them however you want, but you don't want to just click this one, because let's just see what happens. Actually, there's no photos in that. I didn't put any photos in that folder, so let's go over here where I actually did put photos. It's the family photos, okay? So under 2014, I put some photos. And let's say I selected just that folder, and I put it in here, and all those pictures come up, and I go ahead and say import. You see over here, it's got it's under Jill, it's under desktop, family photos, 2014, and here's the folder. But if I import it, it just says 8/24/14, and there's no like folder organization to it. I don't like it, okay? So I'm removing it right now. Yeah, don't remove it after you've edited it, okay? So I'm removing these right now. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to go in and add the topmost folder that you want to have in your folder in this arrangement. And by the way, I'm going to slide. Where did I put any folders? Where did I put pictures? I know I put pictures somewhere. There should be pictures. Oh my goodness, I am a mess. Where? We just imported some pictures, right? Goodness. Okay, so we need to, let's just go ahead and there'll be pictures in there. Let's do blog and select that, okay. And there was no photos in there, but I guess it's probably going to show up. Add folder. We can mess up on this video and not have to do over. Okay, we're going to learn something here. All right, so that had some pictures, and I don't know where they are, but let's import them. Okay, so it says it's in the 8/24. There's some pictures in there. Okay, so you notice I imported this blog folder, but it didn't have a single picture in it, but it still came up in there. Okay, this is probably a good example because I'm going to show you something. Let's just say that we were in this blog folder. Let's go back in here. Okay, and in this, let's say we added pictures to the roast beef and potatoes folder. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and find a nice picture of, goodness gracious, I'm going to find, those are all the, okay, find a picture of my son in the ocean, and I'm going to slide it over here into that roast beef and potatoes folder. Okay, so let's go back over here, and now we have a picture in this roast beef and potatoes folder. Got it? Now, it's not in Lightroom yet, okay, because this is in here, but it doesn't automatically come in, and so you're like, where is it? So what you can do is two things. Number one, you can click this import button down here. See this on the bottom left? Import. Okay, and it's going to go in here, and you can select the source, and you can, okay, where's that going to be? Other source, and you're going to find it in your file folders. Let's see what happens if we just go to that folder and select it and say import. Boom, it's in there. Okay. All right, well, it came right in, but there's an easier way. Okay, so let's remove that. Remove, and let's remove that. Okay, those two things came in when we did that. Instead of going and importing, you've got this hierarchical photo, or this hierarchical folder in here already, so all you really have to do is right click on it and say synchronize the folder. And guess what's going to happen? It's awesome. It's like magic. It finds any folders, any photos that are new in there, and it will bring it right back, right up. Boom. Oh, yay. Okay, so you don't really have to go into that import dialog or anything as long as you've got your top folders in there. Now, what do I recommend for what folders to bring in? I mean, yeah, I mean, you're going to want your family photos, so just like the top level of all the, I mean, I put in like 2009, 2010, and they're not in there, but if I added those photos in, or if they were already there, they would have come in there. So when you're going to add your family photos folder, thousands of pictures are going to come into Lightroom, and that might take some time, but I'm just telling you the right way to do that. And then anytime you add like a folder in 2014, all you have to do is not even go to family photos. You just have to go up to 2014 and say sync that folder, and it'll find the folder underneath. So that is really great, and I just totally recommend this. So then this place over here under folders looks like your hard drive, and it makes sense to you. So I would use the synchronize folder thing to be able to find your pictures after you have loaded these top level folders from your hard drive. Okay, I think we covered how to import and how to get your photos in here. I'm thinking that that's probably all that we need to cover in this video, because what we're going to do later is go over, to what you would do after you get stuff in a folder like this is you've got them down here, everything in that one folder, and you're going to just start developing them and editing them over here. So let's go back to our, if I can find these little stop my screen share. Goodness, I gotta figure out this video stuff. Okay, am I back? Is it me? Okay, well, is it me? I hope so. Okay. I hope this has really helped you. I'm not going to be like major polished on this. We're going to just go through this normally, and I want to do it as if you're sitting right here, and I can tell you things, and you can see sometimes when I get into a trouble thing, and I'm going to be able to show you how to get out of it and stuff like that. So I hope you don't mind a little bit of my little problems here and there. But I hope this is a helpful video, and just continue on through the other ones. And, I mean, this was probably, I don't know, 10 minutes? I don't know. So I don't plan on making the other ones very long. So within an hour of watching these videos, you ought to be able to start really playing with Lightroom and figuring out stuff. Now I'm going to do some more in-depth not longer necessarily, but like in-depth videos on different ways to process your pictures in the future, but those will come after this first section of how-to stuff. So, all right. Thank you for joining. Bye.